when I moved to PA, like it once you have those, once your record is like that, it's like it's hard to get out of that. Even you can't even breathe wrong without them thinking that it's something behind it. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
you were
So
bringing up records like when I had one in front of the parole board, right? Based on all the charges that I had down here, not the they was like you a menace to society because how they view stuff up there and the way they lock dudes up there,
yeah.
you be still in there. You wouldn't have been home to get these new charges.
Mm-hmm.
And even your juvenile stuff, they can't hold it against you, but they could look at it to try to figure out what's the word profile you or whatever,
Yeah.
right? And, I had the big I went in there with my folder with all my little certificates. Completed this program. I got my GED. I had the big prison glasses on. That shit ain't work at all. I ended up getting a bed date, by the way.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got a bed date, and what happened was my I ended up losing my bed date because I ended up losing my bed date because they thought I escaped. It was a cold red in the jail. Me and my
I ain't thought
celly,
you
me and
escaped.
my celly was trying to get me to max out because I ain't had that much time left.
Yeah.
I'm like, no, I'm just trying. No, I want to go home.
Yeah.
He had like 7 years left. I'm like, no, I want to go home. He like, man, you gonna go? You mind by the time you do this? He just wanted a friend. No, I'm not gonna tell you about the Wire because the season 1 of the Wire was out.
Yeah.
He had the TV or whatever. So anyway, lights on standing count. Right, I was working in the kitchen, but not that day.
Yeah.
It was a new CO on the block. My celly let me sleep. He at the gate.
Blocking it so they
Yes,
can't see.
yes. So they counted. They couldn't find me. They checked the kitchen. I wasn't there. They counted again. Then they didn't see me. Locked the jail down. Code red. Then the third count, there's a bunch of COs on the block. They count again. Then I'm waking up. They're like, there you go, right there. Don't you think they would check the cell initially after the second count?
Yeah. Right.
So I end up going to the hole.
Oh, because you ain't
Yeah,
stand for the count.
because yeah, that was the write up.
That
But
was
it
the right
because
up.
yeah,
You didn't stand for the
exactly.
count.
So I ended up losing my bid day because of that. And the maxing out anyway. Then I go
Stop
to the
playing.
hole. Yeah. I went to the hole, came back on the same block. And man, this goofy wasn't in the same cell. Matter of fact, the dude was from Harrisburg. Big goofy dude. I get to this weird Italian dude who had like 30 years. And I had to check him quick. He thought he wanted to wrestle.
Mm.
Don't ever play with me. Never.
Yeah.
If you want to live the rest of your life, don't ever play with me. I don't play. I don't play fight.
I had
And looking back on that, I think he probably was trying me for real. That's some
probably.
faggy. Yeah.
Trying
Of a
to say
wrestle.
nigga.
I don't play. I don't do all that, dude. We gonna fight. But
I had a
yeah.
Jamaican Sally. He was an asshole, but we only thing he ever said to me was when it was this other Baltimore dude up there, and he was a young boy, and like once I talked to him, he knew some people I knew, right?
Oh, there it is.
So
Yeah.
I'm like, all right, you know what I mean? He cool, and there was this other guy who I met up there who knew um my soon to be wife, right? He already knew her. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Like, yo, when I told he was who I was messing with, he was her best friend, stepbrother, some shit like that. So me and him instantly got cool, of course.
Mm-hmm.
And then the young boy, we trying to pull him. So it's only like 4 Baltimore dudes up there in Somerset at the time. And he was one of them, but he kept running with the Philly dudes. You know what I mean? Like every time they go to rec, he would down. Every time, like you know how it is when we from out of town. When we go to rec, all the Baltimore people gonna come
Yeah,
together.
exactly.
You know what I mean? So he ain't coming though. He going mess with fucking with them Philly niggas. And one of the Philly niggas end up fighting him, chasing him around the park with a motherfucking pencil,
Are you
trying to
serious?
stab him with him. You know what I mean? And the Jamaican dude gonna holler, oh yeah, you ain't do nothing when they was chasing your boy around the park. I said, first of all, nigga, he ain't my motherfucking boy. I said, you ain't see me hanging with him. I said, you see who I hang with. I said, now if they done did that to yo, then you talk to me. I said, but
Mhm.
you see, I said, you ain't see I hang with that boy. I
Yeah.
said, I was, but
I
I
was
only,
I was fucking with the Philly niggas too. Like heavy. My man Mighty Hebrew, but I was only Baltimore dude. I was fucking with the Pittsburgh niggas and the Philly dudes, but I ain't belonging to nobody group.
I don't remember talking to, I don't
The
remember
Philly
fucking
dude,
with
the Philly
nobody.
dudes that I was up there with, they was all right. They was like Baltimore niggas. They just all of them was Muslims. Everybody was a Muslim.
I only people I would fuck with when I went upstate was the Baltimore dudes and the Philly dudes that came upstate with me. You know what I mean? That was
Yeah.
in York and shit. This nigga named Worm. And
See,
Worm did
but a bunch of
introduce me
y'all,
to
but a
this
bunch of
other
y'all
dude.
went, but see, y'all went up together. That's different.
Yeah, that was
I was
him.
at because because when I went upstate, we had went to Smithville
Yeah,
for a layover, and then we went up Cold Township.
yeah.
Yeah, and but I don't remember. It was some. It had to be somebody because we was a busload of us went the same place, but it wasn't nobody that I dealt with.
Yeah, that
It
you
was,
was
yeah, I
cool
mean,
with.
yeah, it was just I don't even know how I got in the in crowd up
I
there.
don't even remember